Hello again, everybody. It's CJ. And another thing I did for therapy at home in between my therapy sessions and how to work on things. I had a big problem with the first stroke and a bigger problem with the second stroke with the control, the fine motor skills of my right hand. And, again, this was a claw. I was trying to, how can I manipulate things? And when I went through occupational therapy, one of the things they had me doing daily as I would go in there, they had this little board that they pull out that has pegs and has holes. And they see how long you can do it and how long you can put everything in and then take everything back out. And one of the things that I thought when I got home was, boy, I don't want to wait for that. So I went online. I looked to see if the test they gave me was available because that's an official thing and that'll teach me how to do it. And it was about, I don't know, about $200. Some ridiculous price for not knowing when I would be back to work again, but wanting to work on my motor skills in between therapy sessions. I started thinking, how do I do that? So there's a reason that I have all this hardware in front of me. So what I did was I thought, hey, I have some scrap wood in my garage. I have a drill. Why don't I put holes? Then I'll use nails as pegs because the pegs were, $60. And then as I increased in skill, they actually had me putting washers and nuts on top of the pegs or something similar that I went, okay, I can do this at home. So one of the things I will tell you, I put a piece of tape on my drill to make sure I didn't drill through anything. You can see I have a piece of cardboard taped on the bottom of the box. I did the drilling myself, which was probably a bad idea. I'm not handy in any way, shape, or form. We have in our basement some trays that you can sit your food on and watch TV on. And I thought I'd drill through these and I would make sure not to drill the whole way through. One of those, if you go and look now, has little dimples in where I drilled through the board and the holes go the whole way through. So that's why there's a little piece of cardboard on this. So if you take a look now, these nails, as I can't manipulate one, you can put the nail in the board and there's around 100 holes. Put a washer on the nail and put a nut on the washer to work on your fine motor skills. So if you get really good at that and can do that left and right and then take it off with no problems, we had a pair of tweezers around the house. Again, didn't even have to go get them. Had a pair of tweezers. You can then start trying to manipulate each of those things with a pair of tweezers. So I went out and bought the nails, the nuts, and the washers. As you can see, about 100 of each, I think. Maybe $10 or $15. I had a piece of scrap wood laying around, so you can do that as opposed to $200 for the official thing. I was able to work on the same thing that I was working on in class at home with an analog, again, very cheaply, very effectively, and work on it to build some fine motor skills, which is why I can twist on the toothpaste cap now that I couldn't do before. So again, hope this gives you some ideas. I hope this gives you thoughts of things you can do so you don't have to wait until you go to therapy. And, worst case scenario, do the exact same thing at home and it's something you can work on, make yourself better. Thanks a lot.